Good afternoon, hello, welcome to the TriathlonDan YouTube channel. You join me on the Tuesday of race week. So I'm racing the Outlaw Half Nottingham middle distance triathlon this Sunday. So this week for me it's about proper tapering, really easing off in terms of volume and intensity, but still ticking over, trying to stay healthy, trying not to fall off my bike, all those sorts of things that you worry about in race week, just trying to nail all those things. So today heading out for a run with my run buddy Mark. Afternoon, Mark.
Afternoon, everyone.
And we were just talking with me about what we do in a taper week, so I thought I'd pick up the camera and we talk about it. So I've just given you a rough overview of what I do. Mark, you're predominantly a runner and you have targeted half marathons a couple of times, haven't you? Now I know that obviously in a middle distance try, the run is a half marathon, so some of this might be useful. What sort of things do you do in taper week, training wise? Any sessions or any like principles you stick to with your running?
But not being a world beater in terms of running, but generally taper week, keep the body loose. Yeah. Take over for a few steady runs. Yeah. Definitely reduce the volume, but take over a few steady runs. For me, 7:30 minute per mile, steady 45-minute runs around that.
Same, yeah.
Then maybe just a few days out, do what I like to class as a bit of a leg activation run. So run around about 5k. Yeah. At or just below half marathon pace. Yeah. Make sure the legs are knowing what you're going to put them in for, just to make sure they're not there. They don't lose that understanding of what the pace is going to feel.
So
like.
how many days you say now? What, 3 or 4?
Yeah. Well, last time I did a decent half marathon, I did it on the Thursday or the Friday before the Sunday half race. Yeah. So a couple of days out. Yeah. 5k sort of effort just below half marathon pace. Okay. And then really from there, just easy running. Nothing too high for heart rate. Keeps it steady. Definitely reduce the volume, but nothing to like where you don't do anything. Yeah. Otherwise I just feel sluggish. Okay. But I've been told feeling sluggish is a good sign of tapering.
Yeah, so my plan this week is I normally run 4 times in a week, including the weekend run. I'm going to knock that down to running twice in the midweek, and then of course the event is the 3rd one, so losing 1 run. But these 2 runs are going to be made up of today's run, which is mostly steady. I'm feeling fresher because my training loads are lower. I'm going to try and not run faster. I'm going to do 2 or 3 2-minute tempo efforts, which is probably race pace, to be honest. So again, that shouldn't really add any sort of fatigue, but it just gets me a little bit of activity above that steady run pace, just to feel like I'm doing a bit of something. I'm also going to focus on just training once in a day. Now throughout the training blocks, I'm quite lucky to be able to, I'll often run at lunchtime and ride in the evening. That's fine, but I think those multiple sessions in a day really add into that fatigue. So that is something that I'm not doing this week. But if I'm honest, it's really hard. I like to mentally tell myself, no, you're not. Like tonight, the weather's looking great. There's nothing more I want to do than get out on the bike. All my mates are going out cycling as well. So to turn that down is difficult, but I know that this is, the one of a handful of weeks in a year where I need to put performance above enjoyment. I'd love to go out tonight and enjoy myself, but I know that might affect me come the weekend. And I do want to have a great race, so I'm going to sacrifice that on this occasion. And then tomorrow I'll do the vice versa. I won't run at lunch, but I will get out on the bike in the evening because the weather's looking good and because my mates are going out riding. So I'm just towing the line between fitness and freshness. Of course you feel like, oh, he says banging his elbow on a wall. Just towing the line between fitness and freshness. Of course you feel like, oh, I'm putting loads of weight on and not training well and losing fitness. You're not. In a week, nothing is going to happen really. And I also think, don't follow what the Norwegians do unless you are a world-class triathlete. If your training volume is high in the week leading up to a race, you're going to be fatigued. But amateurs are nowhere near the level of these top tier pros. They bounce back so much quicker because they're so damn fit. And as much as you and I might like to think we're fit, we ain't. So I really need to back off and take it seriously. Because Mark, it's £1,500 to break the course record at Outlaw this weekend.
I'm looking forward to that prize money.
I might even buy you lunch.
Oh, thank you very much. I'd also like to say that tapering week aids your relationship with Liz.
Oh yeah.
Because she won't be training as much.
I've forgotten her name.
Forgotten about her.
Yeah.
Therefore you get to spend more time with her.
Yeah.
Which is why I can understand you're feeling apprehensive about tapering.
Absolutely. Liz is equally as apprehensive. Anyway, that is it for today's video. Then I'll leave today's run stats on screen. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please do hit the subscribe button down below. Feel free to share your tapering thoughts as well. I'm not going to change what I'm doing this weekend, but maybe somebody might get some use out of it. And I'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock for some more proper triathlon training.